Food truck day again. We're going to run up to Menards. I went to Home Depot yesterday and a while back looking for some fittings for my hood, and this didn't have much luck. Unfortunately, I've waited until Sunday to try to resolve this issue. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a plan on a Sunday at Menards. But I'm impatient and I want to do it right now. So I'm going to go to Menards and see what I can find. Take my gas guzzling noisy truck, or take my wife's nice car that gets good fuel mileage and has heated seats. Decisions. Made it to Menards. This is looking promising. A lot of fittings here. My wheels are turning now. All kinds of crap in there. I think this is my new plan. That's gonna sit up on top of this. But on top of it, we don't have to. Oh, yeah, only. So essentially like that, but over there on the left, that square part that's facing down is going to get cut down into it. So we're going to cut that shape in there. That is 10. I believe I am, because I don't have a whole lot of a choice. I need a heater in here. It is cold in here. I don't have a heater though. I have no idea if this will heat this place up, but that's all I got. So I'm putting out a decent amount of heat. I'm just going to set that right there and let it go. See if I can warm this up a little bit before that tank runs empty. Feels nice. Alright, I gotta cut a hole. I need grinder. Didn't burn down yet, that's good. So I know these aren't super ideal, but that's all I got. These are actually Bluetooth sunglasses. I can listen to like the radio while I just wear these sunglasses. They're kind of cool. I don't want a TikTok shop, they're like $8. This thing's already running out of gas. That flame looks smaller already. Just barely hanging on in the corners. I'm going to finish that with the Sawzall. We got ourselves a hole. I got to do just a little bit more trimming. So that's going to do that, but from the top. Yes, heat rises. It's noticeably warmer inside this thing than it is down here. I got a real grinder wheel on here. Let's see. I can't hear anything now because my ears are ringing. from the top, and it's going to come all the way down to here. It's going to sit flush. So I'm going to cut all 4 corners and kind of wing it out. So once I come through, I'll fold these edges up, fold this edge back. But that is my thought process. Get that piece securely secured. You know what I'm talking about. This is what I got, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start by dang it. So aluminum foil tape. Hold up to some. Oh, that's kind of fun. Don't want to go too far with that, but how can you not manage to do that? Rolled up on me. Oh yeah. Perfect. I'm pretty happy with how that's laying out so far. Then I'll God damn. Just way too much work. Now if I turn that like that, should put another screw in it. I'm going to work on getting that secured from the bottom, and then I think we can go on the roof and cut a hole. The amount of people, today is the Super Bowl, and last year I sold the heck out of barbecue for the Super Bowl. This year I don't have time, I'm in the middle of a project obviously. The amount of people, like I missed an opportunity here, the amount of people that have contacted me wanting to know if I had barbecue for sale today has been very much appreciated, very much appreciated, but sort of saddening and kind of overwhelming. Like, I really wish I could provide the food that they want, but you know, I thought about it. I thought about putting this on pause and trying to make it work, and just, you know, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this the right way, and I'm just not gonna do any more cooking or anything until this project is completely done and ready to go. I've probably just used these snips for the wrong thing too many times in my life, which has resulted in them being completely worthless for their intended purpose. Once I beat that in with a hammer and put a bunch of screws in it, it'll look like it's meant to be. We're going to start with a rubber mallet, but I've got a real hammer if I need it. I don't know if my self-tappers are going to go through the stainless steel. I don't know if that's going to be hard to do or if I'm just going to make it happen. Tell you what, I'm playing with grinders and sawzalls and sheet metal and razor blades. So far I've only got one band-aid on. So that's a win in my book. That's just a little trick my dad taught me, by the way. Keep some band-aids in your wallet. Or if you're a girl, keep some band-aids in your purse. They have come in so handy, not just for myself, but I can't tell you how many times I've been in a public situation, just anywhere, and suddenly somebody is bleeding from a minor incident, and they're like, crap, I need a Band-Aid. And you want to really feel like a hero, be the guy that has a Band-Aid in his wallet. I'm pretty happy about that. Oh, shocker, by the way, I've got to go get my GoPro charger because the freaking battery is almost dead after 10 minutes of recording, and it was like 89% when I started. So silly. I just cut a hole in the roof, and I forgot to record it, but that's my flange that goes up to the roof. Well, in theory, that should create some sort of a dam around this. So I think I'm gonna cut these a little bit so I can kind of flange that open, and then all right, you get the idea. I'm gonna take the crap out of that. Looks good for my house. My house is just right there though. Probably looks really good from your house. Don't worry, this is all going to get sealed up. Alright, I made a little progress. Unfortunately, the battery died on my GoPro. Shocker. Didn't have time to wait for the battery charge to continue to film. But there she is, the fan in all its glory. And then these bolts here that go down, there's two here and two on the back side, actually go through the metal frame that goes across the roof. So it'll be very well secured with stainless steel bolts all the way around. Be right back. I went and dug around my drawer and found 4 pairs of vice grips because I'm only one person and I've got to go inside and tighten the nut on the back side. It's a little sketchy, me getting up here. This is just a tinfoil roof. I gotta make sure I step directly on the joist. This is not built for a 250-pound man. If I don't fall to my death first. I'm going to put some sort of flashing up all the way around this whole thing anyways. All this is going to be enclosed and out of sight, and it'll never be a problem for anybody. Alright, I think 2 pairs of my vice grips popped off. So I'm going to go put those back on and snug those last 2 up. I know what happened. Those bolts aren't threaded all the way, and I've got slightly too long of a bolt, so I'm gonna have to put more washers on the inside. I want to take those nuts back off and put more washers on there so they'll pull down tight. That's frustrating. I'm gonna go see what I got in the garage. I just need 10 washers. I think I need 12. Oh, I was looking for that. 30. Okay, so I went to the hardware store and I got these. Instead of putting a bunch of washers on there, these are just like little bushings. we're going to put those on there for a spacer. They're a perfect fit, and that's better than... So get these off here without knocking the vice grips off. So I'll put that on there, washer back on, and then put the nut back on. Alright, I'm in a tight spot on this bolt. No pun intended. It's too tight to... It cross-threaded. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. But my solution is... So that beam that's in there, it's kind of shaped like this. Kind of goes over, down, and then back over. So it's got two flat spots over here on either side of this bolt. I'm going to run a self-tapper through the framing through that beam. And I got some heavier self-tappers here, so I'm not using those little 1/4 inch ones. Oh yeah, that was nice. It's a little extra insurance. Pile this stuff on there. It's going to look almost wasteful, the amount of this I'm going to use. I'll probably come back and do a second coat on it as well. I left this stuff sitting outside. It's pretty cold out on purpose so it would get just thick and goopy. I didn't want it to be warm and runny. Put that stuff on real thick. I'm just gonna sit up here and just kind of chill on the roof for a little bit and let that set up. It's kind of nice out here now. It was cold earlier. I just accidentally stuck my fingers in that crap. It is in fact not dry. Yeah, I really just went for it and just dumped it everywhere. Thought that'd be fun. I mean, I guess it didn't really matter up here. Just a little bit wasteful is all. But we've this freaking crap is everywhere. I can't even grab this can now. I should have put gloves on. All right, I think we're, as far as we're going to get today, it's pretty well done. I've just got to run power to it, but it's all there, it's all hooked up, and my biggest thing is I told myself once I cut a hole in the roof, there was no going back. I had to get that finished and sealed because we're supposed to get some bad weather here in the next couple days, so I wanted to make sure that was done. Don't start it if you can't finish it, and I started it and I finished it today. So now we're just gonna close in the edges here. I'll probably cut that little piece of pipe off there, but chop that off, and we'll probably get like some barn tin or something and close that in so that looks nice. But that's it for today. Once again, thanks for hanging, and I'll see you on the next one.